welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this super cute snowman candy jar. All right, friends, let's get started. First off, you're going to need a jar. Now, let me tell you why I chose to use this particular kind of jar where the lid just kind of snaps down on top, because we're going to be putting the snowman head on top, and sometimes with the twist top jars, you may not get the lid, perfectly aligned where the face is going to be, up front where you need it to be. So that's why I just picked this one that the lid just pops off, okay? Next, you're going to need a snowman head. These are ornaments. I got these at Hobby Lobby, okay? They were $12.99 for the two of them, but they were on sale. I don't ever pay full price for this stuff. They were on sale. So you're going to need that and your jar, and the hot glue gun is over here getting ready. All right, so I've got him out of the package. How cute is this? And the hat has wire in it, so you can move it back and forth. But we don't need this, so let me get my scissors. And we're just going to hold still, dude. Cut that off. And then pull it out. And there's really not, no, there's not too big of a hole. All right, so we're going to glue this down. As you can see, that's not going to have very much contact with the top of the jar. So what I want to do is I want to try to flatten this out just a little bit. I have my trusty knife here, and all I want to do is just try to cut off just a little bit of this, okay? Not a lot. That looks good right there. We're just going to saw that off. All right. So let's see. I'm going to try to carefully cut this because we don't want all of this to unravel. These scissors suck. All right. So we've got that. Let's press that down there. All right. So let's see. Do we need to cut that off? Let me cut this part off here. All right. So now that this is flat, we have more of a contact point. See? And it won't be as wobbly. So now let's find how we want to put this on, like so. I'm just going to hot glue this down, okay? Now we all know that glass is not hot glue's best friend. It's like a frenemy type deal, So if you want to stick this down with a little bit E6000 as well to make sure that it stays in place, you can go ahead and do that. But for me in my house, I shall just use hot glue for now. Ooh, that light's too bright. So I'm just going to hold this in place until the glue sets up. Now that that has set up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue some buttons down the front. Now these buttons are just wooden buttons, and you can get these off of Amazon. Look down in the description box in the comments and I'll have a link for you. But it's just a big old bag of buttons. You can see just different sizes, different colors, Christmas colors. Let's see, is that all right? 3? You want to do 3? Let's do 3. All right, so I like these because they match the hat. What is that? Match the hat. What is that? Hey, I can rhyme. All right, so now we're just going to take the hot glue here. We'll put a little, I'm trying to not get it like right there, on the holes to ooze through, because that won't look very nice. It is a little bit, but it'll be okay. So now let's do that and glue the other ones on. For the scarf, I just have this scrap piece of fabric here. This probably ain't even a quarter of a yard. It might be a quarter of a yard. I don't know. But anyway, it was in my stash. You can use a scarf. You can actually, go to the craft store and, just get some fabric. And this is crooked, which I don't appreciate. If you're going to cut fabric for a living, learn how to cut it straight. But this is crooked, so what I'm going to do is let me just trim away here. And then I think what I'm going to do, let's cut it 3 blocks wide. I think that'll be good. I'll cut a nice long strip. And then if it's too long, we can trim it down, okay? You don't want to cut it too short or too narrow and then need more and not have it. Just cut it bigger, and then you can cut off more later if you need to. But I'm just going to cut these 3, I think. All right. So we got this piece cut. Like I said, I just cut a really long strip. It was the 3 squares wide. So now what we're going to do is let us wrap it around our little snow person here. Let's see. Let's bring it around again. This is a little wide. Let's see. Just kind of bunch it down like so. I'm going to see if I can just tie a knot. Probably going to have to cut some off the end, but it's okay. All right. So there we have that. I'm not even going to glue this scarf down, okay? Now, when you like take the lid off, you know, just grab the lid, of course, and pop it up. Don't grab the head and pull the head off because you're going to rip it right off the thing. But anyway, you can just grab the lid and take the lid off, okay? All right. So let's trim up this scarf a little bit because it is a little too long. I'm going to trim that up, and then we'll come back and do the skates. So there is our fringe on our scarf, and now this is what our little snowman friend looks like. So let's get our skates here. Now these are from Dollar Tree, okay? These are Dollar Tree ornaments. I got fuzzies all over me. These are Dollar Tree ornaments. And let's see how these are fastened down. If they're like stabbed down in there, which I think they are. I think it's on wire. Let me just pull these out. All right, they put up a fight. They put up a fight, but I got them off there. And this glue is atrocious. I can turn it that way. I'll have to pick the glue off later. There we go. There we go. I think I just got that part. But yeah, I had to pick some of this glue off. All right, sorry, I had to cut the video there for a minute because I had to cuss a little bit. But let's see. Now we're going to glue these on. And these look like they're angled or something. So what we're going to do is let's just take our knife wherever it went and let's just shave this down. You see how it's kind of angled? You want to shave that down so that it's flat. There we go. This is much better. Much better. See how that's flatter now instead of like at such a steep angle? Now we're getting somewhere. So now we are going to really make sure that we glue these on, okay? Because like I said, hot glue is not exactly best friends with glass, but we're going to do the best we can, right? I mean, this is not something for kids to be playing with. This is a decoration. So, you know, don't let your cats, dogs, and feral children near this thing. So I'm just going to glue this on, and then we'll come back and do the other one. So far, this is what we have. Look at these little feetsies. So I'm not happy with these white berries up here. I need a little bit more of a contrast than this. I'm going to attempt to cut all of this off because I don't like it. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Get over here so they can see. Just be so careful so that you don't actually cut the little hat. All right, I'm just going to work on taking the rest of this off. Okay, I think that'll work, but I do have this little sprig here, and I like this better. I like the greenery better. I like the berries better, so I think that's what I want to go with. And the candy that I'm going to put in here is peppermint. The candy is going to be red, of course, red and white, and so I wanted a little bit of something to reflect the red in the candy. So let's see if we can just cut this off here and fan these out. Now you can come back, fella. Let's see. Let me cut some of these off and see which one I like. I think I like this one better. Okay, so now I'm just going to put a blob of hot glue here and glue this greenery down. There we go. Now I'm going to hold this in place. Okay, so you see the greenery on there. I like that better. And now I clipped off some of the berries, and I'm just going to glue the berries on top of it there. Just on top of the greenery. And hold that in place until that glue sets up. So this has set up. Now what we're going to do is let's glue on some arms. I have 2 sticks here. Now listen, if you don't want to put arms on him, that's absolutely fine. But I think I'm going to. Now, like I said previously, hot glue and glass are not the best of buddies. So I'm just going to use a little bit of E6000 on this because it is such a small amount of our stick here that's going to be coming into contact with the glass. So you don't want these glues to mix. Why can't I speak? But I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here and just a little bit of E6000 there. Hot glue gives us short-term hold. The E6000 will give us long-term hold. And then I'm just going to glue his little arms, hold that in place. And then I also have this other stick so that our little friend can have 2. And I'll be right back. Right, so I have filled up our little guy with candy here. You can see, uh-oh, his pom-pom is stuck on my, my charger over there. Okay, so there's the arms, and there he is full of candy. Now listen, like I said, these arms are going to be kind of wobbly, all right? So what I would suggest doing, if you do use a jar that has the kind of lid that pops down on there, you know, there's a little rubber stopper that goes around the bottom of the lid. Trim that down so that you don't really have to pry that lid off, you know? So there's that. Now let's spruce up his skates a little bit. And what am I going to use for that? Well, where's my bucket? I'm going to use this bucket of this Fast and Final, this lightweight spackling. This is the lightweight kind. For this, you can use whatever kind of spackle you have. Just make sure that it dries white, you know, it'll look like snow. So we're going to open this up. And yes, I have little glittery pieces down in there because I had the bucket open, which was stupid of me. I had the bucket open. And whatever project I was working on at the time, and then I dropped a whole bunch of little pieces of glitter foam down in there. But, you know what? We can use one of these sticks for this. Just whatever you have handy. And we're going to take this spackle. Let's see. It's a little dried out on that edge. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's just get some of this. And then, well, that's too much. Maybe I'm better off using my hand. I don't know. Just kind of take it and just dab it on his skates. Just to make it look like snow. Just take a little bit and just dab it on there. Like I said, it'll make it look like snow. Just kind of smear it around. Get it in place however you want it. And I'm going to do that on both of his skates. And then you need to let that set up. And then your little snowman guy is going to be ready. If you want to put some on his arms, you can. Like I said, be careful. Because those arms are not going to take a lot of force. Which is why you don't see the arms on a lot of crafts, you know, using glass bodies like this. But I'm just going to put this all over his skates. Might put a little bit on his arms, and that will be that. But if you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. Links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.